Okay. Um, so I've been thinking a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Pulling things literally from, feels like I'm just pulling it from outer space, right? But everybody has like this misconception about God. Where is your God? Why is your God letting that happen over there? Why did God do that? Why didn't God help? It's because God has already done his service to you. Anything else, that's just like, you know the saying, like, if your parents help you when you're grown, man, they really love you. Yeah, like any service that God does to you at this point is just by his grace and his favoritism for you or anything like that. And for me to say he, it's not even like that. He, she. I feel like God is gender fluid because literally every single thing on this planet has male and female energies, attributes, features, whatever you want to call it. It's God is an embodiment of both of those things. But to get back to the point, the reason God doesn't step in like you think that she should is because it is above him now. He gave you your power. He said, you have the power of life and death. So whomever is causing pain to someone is using their power to do so. And he can't do nothing about that. Can't do a damn thing about it. He gave you free will to do whatever you want with the power that he gave you. I'm sure it's the most regretful thing that he ever did in his entire existence. I'm sure he thought it would be cool to watch little beings separated. Oh, here's my female self. Here's my male self. Let's see how that works out. Let me give y'all a little power. See what you do with it. See if you create like I do. Look how I created a whole entire world and galaxy and galaxies. Look what all that I did. I'm going to give you some power so you could do that too. And in fact, I'll give you control over this one right here. We'll give you a test run. You're failing. All of you are failing miserably on any level. And I'm not saying that out of judgment. I see what's going on. But you got it all wrong. And you have the power to literally do anything in the world. And then what's even more bizarre, what's even crazier, is that if we were to all do something together, if we were just to all sit and focus on something together, we could literally do anything as a collective. But no, we choose to blame God instead of being grateful. We choose to blame God for all the miserableness in the world when it's literally each and every one of our faults. We choose to be distracted by stupid things like color, size, literally anything that makes you different from the next person. You choose to make it an argument. When if you really were to sit down and look at every single religion, they all have the same core values. Literally all of them. Now you get your extremists, but that's not everybody. You could literally break it down to every single thing. Like, y'all are just getting on my nerves. I know I have a tendency to even like separate myself from Caucasian people. It's not because I do not like Caucasian people. It's because you got, I could go on forever with this shit for real. Y'all are dealing with something that y'all got to deal with by yourself. I don't have nothing to do with that right now. White people. I like y'all a whole lot. In fact, when I do my little DNA tests and stuff, I got like third cousins that look like, to me, they're pure European. So how could I really hate y'all when I know, like, for a fact I have blood relatives that look like you? So why would I do any harm to you? You might be their blood relative. And the facts are, if we really all got a DNA test, we all linked. Somebody, we're all literally linked. You could probably trace it all the way back to you. I'm just saying, I'm really getting tired of all the disagreements about literally nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Not a single thing. Y'all want to go fight about, oh, why that person look at me? Oh my God, why are you looking at me? Oh my God. Oh, well, I can't look at myself, motherfucker. What the fuck am I supposed to look at? You kind of cute. Or, I really want to tell you something, but it don't matter. I really like your outfit. It could really be anything. Maybe they really don't like you, but there's nowhere else to look. I can't look at myself. Who the fuck am I supposed to look at? But you want to fight about that. I mean, like, that's literally how we're designed, to never even be able to look at ourselves. But we are crafty, and there was a point where we probably used our brains at a very high level to create a fucking mirror. Somebody probably thought that was the most genius shit ever, and even when I look in the mirror, it's still distorted. I will never be able to look at myself and see what y'all see. Ever. But y'all want to fight about that. I mean, you can literally fight about anything. It makes no fucking sense to me. How you want to fight. That's just an example. I gave you like a couple, but I know it can go on and on forever. We want to fight over other human beings. I've never done it. Never. You've never. I have been attacked over a dude, but I did not fight back. I didn't even go to jail. She did, though. You know what I'm saying? That's on her. It happened to me one time. But even in that moment, in that one time, I knew I was never going to strike somebody over a human being. It just don't make no sense. Now, I might strike that human being that caused me that. And that's really just, even in that fight, it's still stupid. Like, people really fight over another human being. It makes no sense to me. It is beyond me why you would do such a thing. We're fighting over a fictional character right now. I don't even know, it could be the world. I don't really I kind of live under a rock, so I try to avoid it, but obviously I get a little idea of what's going on in the world from my little timeline. And it's just bizarre to see that y'all really have the audacity to even argue about fiction. Something that's never real. Just a fantasy and an idea. And it can be brought to life in any manner. By anybody. Beyond me. And I'm going to say something in that I haven't seen enough white people. Like, I'll see y'all in your comments talking about, ooh, I think it's not a big deal. Y'all just need to chill. No. Go under the white person who's saying that stuff. Go under there and make it a direct slight. Like, you guys just be scared. Y'all don't even attack the people doing it at all. You don't do nothing. You just I'm not racist. But you don't ever address the racist. You're a racist enabler then. All right? Get used to that title. That's what you are now. Then. If you aren't a racist, but have fear of expressing your opinion, which is the right opinion, it's not a big deal. Since they don't hear from you, They just think that all the other white people in the building they just spoke for all of y'all. That's what they think. And since you do not tell them that you didn't, they don't see the great numbers that actually don't believe they're small-minded. Like, if we are all so open-minded, like you say, then more of you would be like this. But you're not, okay? I've lived in a community in which I have seen it's not. And it hasn't really gone much farther. When I go back there, it hasn't really progressed at all. Why? Because no one has told anyone that they don't agree. And maybe they have, but not enough. They don't see enough people doing it. Oh, that one friend over there said they don't see color and they are cool with Ariel being a thing. But actually, 7 of their friends are, but only one stood out and said something. So now they think that one person is just insane. But you keep claiming to me that, there's more people like you, but I don't see it. That's why I can't fuck with white people right now. I like y'all, but that's why I can't fuck with y'all. For real. Because until you really address it in your community, don't tell me to address it. I'm not telling no one else anything. This is the last thing I have to say to any white people, because I've heard enough fighting words and I've not fought. I'm so fucking sick of it. I have not fought at all. I have heard enough fighting words. My tolerance is like way up to here. It's past here. We gonna take it out my sunroof if you want to. The fuck? I'm not saying it anymore. I don't have to say it anymore. And really, honestly, I don't think enough white people will actually even hear this, because I only have 2 white friends on my timeline, for real. And I'm trying. And I know I might offend somebody. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, if you say you are down with the brown and then you do not say it to your passive-aggressive racist friend, your out racist friend, if you do not separate yourself, if you do not give them consequences for behaving this way, they will not stop. And now on top of that, to tell me, who they think ain't shit already, me, who they think doesn't have any fucking rights, me, who they think is trash, come to them and try to tell them or explain to them why it's wrong, they're never going to I'm not a peer. I am beneath them. In their opinion. The fuck? In their opinion. Why would they listen to someone they cannot empathize with? That they have no experience with, that they don't have any inside anything. You're the insider. White peer. Be a peer to your white peer. I can't be a peer. Hey, white guy that I just met at my job, I can't express to you enough how that was so offensive to me. But hey, white guy that I went to high school with and lived in the same community with, and I'm also white, but I kind of like see their point or whatever, and here's how, and let me show you this, and all that. If you were to do all that, they would probably consider your words a little more than they would consider mine, because they see you as human already. Now, your one time might not work, but the more people you recruit to do it is peer pressure, period. Peer pressure. You are not pressuring, you're not pressuring your friends to do right at all. And this is like a completely separate conversation. But in regards to race, I'm done talking. Next person do some shit to me personally, it's hands. And I don't care. I don't care. It's hands. Because I'm not explaining this to nobody else ever again. I'm sure nobody will try me though. Most of the time I feel that a lot of people gravitate towards me and they don't really, because I don't have that. Be yourself. You're white. That's great. Good for you. I'm black and that's awesome for me. You know what I'm saying? And I just do me. I talk to whoever that talks to me. Most of the time, they ain't on that crazy shit. I think maybe once or twice, just a pure stranger did some random shit. But honestly, the most racist stuff that I ever experienced in my life were from people that I knew personally, and very personally and intimately, and it was kind of bizarre to happen or whatever. But anyway, neither here or there. Because again, it's a minor distraction. I mean, like, it's a minor problem, but it's caused a major distraction from the bigger picture, which is that we are all gods. They have literally deduced you and you and you and you and you and you to colors. You're black, you're white, you're yellow, you're like kind of brown over there. You know, oh, all you are is a color? All you are is a color, really? That's just still bizarre to me, that all you are is a color. And one color is better than the other. But there's something you're missing. We all have something called a pineal gland. And with that not functioning, we really can't. They're having us cut down trees. We're supposed to live off the earth. They literally have us cutting down trees, taking from the earth, killing the earth, draining the earth to make paper and work for it. To get the things that we can actually manifest ourselves if we had active pineal glands. Like, we could literally create anything. Remember, life or death. We literally have the power to create our own sustenance. But someone, somewhere, convinced us that we need money. They convinced us that we need medicine. You know what your medicine is, actually? Your medicine is water. You're 75% water. Why would you put anything else in it to fix it? You gotta make this money so you can get this medicine to fix yourself. But water is technically free, but we're gonna tax that and put shit in it. Lead and water. Interesting. Literally making the only thing that can fix us poisonous. Interesting. So, you know, I've dropped a little bit of information for y'all. Y'all, your own God. Fix yourselves, however that may be. Clear your pineal gland. You know, like, if we was all happy and cool with each other and, like, all of our pineal glands were clear and shit, and we just, like, sat and focused, we could literally, like, just make a whole nother planet to go to since we fucked this one up. That's what we're really supposed to do. Not make some spaceships and go fly out and make artificial everything. They gave us these little ideas of fantasies and fiction, which we can still go and travel into space, but we can actually just, like, make a whole new world if we wanted to, if we all just agreed on the fact that we should be good to each other, never harm each other, you know, go to the laws of Ma'at if you want. If we could really actually all do that, then we would manifest everything that we want. Literally everything that we want. And if we all did it, all the billions of the people in the world did it, you know, just imagine what you could do with that, right? Because we're all God. We all have God's power. So we can all, if we two gather together in his name, and you create things, right? So if we was all just, like, gathered in ourselves, like, oh, we're all God, whatever, da-da-da, you can make anything. Literally anything. But world peace has been given to us now at more of a fantasy than Ariel the Mermaid. Did you hear me? You didn't. World peace is more of a fantasy than Ariel the Mermaid. And far easier, than the millions of dollars that they're spending on this shit in the first place. You wouldn't have to spend a single dime to just be nice to every single person that came to you. To be passive, it costs no money to, somebody acting a little today and you just ignore it. It costs you no money. But y'all want to argue about colors. They reduced us to colors. It's ridiculous. So that's been bothering me. This whole conversation has been bothering me for quite some time. This conversation is with myself, but I really need to say it as I go upon my own little journey. You guys, y'all got it all wrong. Y'all got it all wrong. They got you out here believing that there's some big guy in the sky supposed to take care of us and handle all this shit. Nope. He already did it. He already gave us the power. Someone, the powers that be, figured out and determined what it would take to keep us from doing all that. The city of Babylon, whatever, out right now, I'm not, it's like what? I don't even know what time it is right now. I find that story very interesting, how they say, God didn't want them to get along and reach him, so he struck them all and they couldn't understand each other. And then they all scattered around the earth. Really? But we have spaceships now. How come we didn't? I mean, we got all types of stuff. We could travel as far as we want to, really. Why you ain't doing nothing about that? Why can we? So all this shit is bullshit, yo. They got us fucked up thinking that we're really not supposed to be one. It's crazy to me. And that's all I want. We might not ever get that because, it's all about free will. It's about how much you and you and you and you and you and you, how much you want that. Not enough people do. Because if you did, you peer pressure your friends into acting right. You want better for your little white friends. You want better for your black friends. Peer pressure them motherfuckers, and that's not acceptable. Hey, bro. I don't, I'll be driving down the street, see some kids in the street or doing some shit, and hey, be wise. Don't do that. Hey, I don't really agree with what you're doing. I let people know when I don't agree with them. I don't care if they're a stranger or not. And not, like in a judgmental way. Not in a judgmental way. In a, hey, babe, you really could really hurt yourself right now. You understand? What you're doing right here? It's not healthy. I can do it and say it to myself. So much so that I'm on my path to do what I gotta do, because one thing I also realize is that I can't tell y'all all this stuff and then tell you don't do what I do. Every single thing that is bad, sugar, drugs, sugar, drugs, judging other people, all this shit has an effect on your ability to manifest literally anything that you want without a single dollar. Not yours. I don't know whose, but you can literally just think up anything and it'll come to you. It'll be there for you. Maybe it does cost $1. Maybe it costs a little more work. I don't know. But you have the power to do it. And the more people that you bring with you with that ability, the more you can manifest. You know? You literally do bring everything you want, negative or positive. Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Oh my God, I can't. At one point in time, did you like... Anyway, excuse me. That's all for now. That's all for now.